Do you know, it's so exciting. I'd almost forgotten about the two 400s. Women's final to come first. Should be a cracker, this. Great story for any of these women to win. Now, no British woman has ever won a gold or silver in this event. Could Amber Anning be the first? A brilliant national record in the Olympic final for 5th. Disqualified in the European indoors. Could she go better here? Amber Anning on the outside. Henrietta Jaeger, no Norwegian woman has won a medal of any colour in this individual 400. European silver. Could she be on the podium once again? Alexis Holmes is an absolutely mercurial 400-metre runner. She is so good. She's worked on her stamina this year with a PB over 1K. Bronze last year, hoping to upgrade to gold. Martina Vale, Pan Am champion a couple of years ago, massive heroine in Chile, national indoor record holder as well. Justina Svajti-Ercetic, the brilliant Olympic relay champion from Tokyo. And another American, mixed relay gold from Budapest for Rosie Effiong, just 23 years of age, might need a season's best to get in the shake-up here. Effiong USA in 1, Svajti-Ercetic in 2, Veal, Chile in 3, Holmes USA 4, Jaeger Norway 5, Anning Great Britain 6. There's a massive opportunity here in the absence of the Dutch women Bol and Klaver. Holmes has got so much talent, the American in 3, but so too Jaeger outside of the Norwegian in 5, and Anning on the outside in 6, burning after that European indoor disqualification. One of these women is 50 seconds away from global glory, the women's 400-metre final indoors here in Nanjing. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, my heart was fluttering there. I did notice Jaeger was up and out of her blocks quite quickly.
No, Veal is having a discussion with the official about which line she should be using to put her hands on. There's 2 lines in lane 3, one with the red dash through it, one with the white line, and she was being, I think she was being distracted by an official. They tried to say once, which line are you going for? And that was it. I think they were indicating that, in fact, her hand was outside of her lane, and they wanted her to get both of her hands within lane 3.
Just when you thought the tension couldn't mount any further, Effiong USA 1, Svajti-Ercetic in 2, Veal in 3, Holmes in 4, Jaeger 5, Anning 6. The final of the women's 400 metres indoors in Nanjing, 20th edition of the World Indoor Championships. This time they are away, and what a race in prospect. Jaeger's gone off very hard, second from the left-hand side. Steady running from Holmes. Veal trying to stay with the American, the Norwegian and the Briton. And now Holmes begins to put Jaeger under a little bit of pressure. Anning will hope to hold the inside line, but the American they're side by side, and Anning takes a big shove to the shoulder there and temporarily ends up in lane 3. Jaeger on the inside, nothing to separate her and Amber Anning. Holmes gunning for glory, but Anning is close, so too Jaeger, and Veal isn't out of it. Alexis Holmes, so often she's produced glory for the Americans in the team races. Can she hang on, or is Anning going to take it on the line? Anning, I think, just by the narrowest of margins, and that will be history for Great Britain. No woman from Britain has won this title, but they have now, and the name in the history books will belong to Amber Anning. Alexis Holmes was just beaten by a whisker. Holmes crashed over the line. Anning kept driving, kept pushing, kept believing. And a moment she'll never forget here, thousands of miles away from home. What a weekend for the Britons, with Jeremiah Azu winning the 60. Jaeger does produce the first Norwegian medal in this event. It's a bronze for her to go alongside a European indoor silver. Holmes, a great, great run, a great bid for glory, but the strength of Amber Anning just denied her the individual title. What a way for the race to finish.
We said yesterday when we were watching the endurance races, this home straight is long, things can happen. And Amber Anning, after that disappointment from the European indoors, never, ever, ever gave up. And if you're a fan of our sport, you might remember Christina Huragu and her finishing pace in the last 50 metres. Amber Anning grew up being coached by the same man, by Lloyd Cowan. She then went off to America, to the University of Arkansas, and she's blossomed over there. And I think that's a home straight Lloyd Cowan would have been very, very proud of. And I think for me, perhaps Alexis Holmes, she had to do a lot to hold the inside at the bell. She fought off Amber Anning, and it looks like you get an advantage when you do that. But if you've just used a tiny bit too much energy when you didn't want to, you can pay for it in the closing stages. Alexis Holmes, she looks absolutely gutted. I think her exploits outdoors, particularly those 48 relay splits, she would have thought this title was hers to have. And Jaeger, I think she should be very, very pleased with her whole season. But Amber Anning, that just shows every athlete out there, if you didn't know already, run the whole way through the line. This is a look at the bell. Anning often kind of runs hard around the first part of this bend, and that gives her the pole position. Perhaps Alexis Holmes was expecting that. She'll be very familiar with Anning. They both train in the same city. And I think Alexis Holmes just said, no, I'm having that inside line. And it was just now that Britt got a sniff. She got a sniff at gold, and she snatched it. And Alexis Holmes gave it absolutely everything over the line. It's almost a carbon copy of Holmes overtaking Bol in Budapest with an opposite result. But Amber Anning, congratulations to her. A wonderful title for her.
One of the parties is waiting on his own championship record from 3 years ago in Belgrade, which stands at 6 metres 20. And took on the gold one yet though, Carolise.
Has one attempt to deny Duplantis.
Yet another major title.
出生在奥林匹克山脚下的12人，要在这一刻登上奥林匹斯的山巅。埃曼努尔·卡拉里斯来看6米5高度，唯一一次机会。他能成功吗？如果这一跳能够过去，真的就是奇迹。如果这一跳他能够飞上天空之子高度，就是奇迹上演的时刻，让我们相信奇迹。
Carolise, one attempt, 6 metres 50. Here we go.
来到整齐的掌声，一起送给希望赛事更加精彩的挑战者埃曼努尔·卡拉里斯。有追求的我们，有一点点的